They're not talking yet, though. Well, what's up, guys? We're just sitting out here on the patio, and Houston doesn't know it, but we've got a little surprise for him. And I thought we'd get on here and chat a little bit. We're getting packed up, and we're going to be flying out to Michigan tomorrow, right, Houston?
Yeah.
So why are we going to Michigan?
Because this guy, a friend of ours, is making a big like a building that has.
Hey, here's the camera right here. Try to look at the camera.
And it has like.
Here.
And
You can't do it. So what is it? What's he got?
he like has a big building that he's gonna put up with all vegetables and stuff.
That's right. So Luke from M.I. Gardener, you guys probably know who Luke M.I. Gardener is from YouTube. Luke's opening up his store. The grand opening is this weekend. Houston, we're gonna have to shift the camera just a little bit. His grand opening is this weekend, so we're flying out. Houston's never been on a plane, if you can't tell. It's actually just gonna be the three of us. Luke was really only wanting to fly two, so we went ahead and bought an extra plane so three of us could go. Weston, the big teenager, you know, he's not into gardening. He'd be way too cool for that. And he's actually out of state right now with a friend of his.
He's in New Mexico right now.
He got to go on vacation with another family.
Yeah.
And Emily's going to be at a softball tournament watching her sister Katie play softball all weekend. So it's just the three of us going on the trip. But
yeah, Emily will be in Texarkana, so we're going to be like everywhere.
yeah, spread all over the country. It's kind of weird. Our family's never really been that spread out. We'll have 3 people in Michigan, 1 in New Mexico, and 1 in Texas. So kind of a weird thing. But anyways, so I don't know how many of you guys are close to Michigan, but we will be in Port Huron, Michigan for the grand opening of the M.I. Gardener store. Houston will be there making his first guest appearance as a semi-pro professional gardener. That's right, huh, Houston? You
Yeah.
excited about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that are going to be there excited to see you. But anyways, I said we had a surprise for Houston that he didn't know about. You remember the other day when we went to the creek and we did our catch and cook video, Houston?
Yeah.
Who on YouTube that you watch does catch and cook videos?
Deer meat for dinner.
Who's that?
Deer meat for dinner.
You like watching Deer Meat for Dinner?
Yeah.
That's your favorite channel?
Yeah.
How many Deer Meat for Dinner videos do you watch every day, you think?
About 6 or 12 maybe.
6 or 12? I don't think you watch that many, but yeah, so
2 or
Houston
3.
absolutely loves watching Robert Arrington's channel called Deer Meat for Dinner. We've talked about it several times, and he was really adamant that we do a catch and cook video with all the fishing we do. And Robert Arrington on his channel does tons of catch and cooks, so Houston was wanting to do a catch and cook video. Well, so we posted our catch and cook video and didn't really think a whole lot about it, but 2 days after I posted the video, Houston, are you listening, buddy?
Yeah.
I got a comment on the video, and I'm gonna read it to you, okay? It's this comment on our channel, on our video, is from Robert Arrington from Deer Meat for Dinner.
He texted you back?
He texted us, he left a comment, he subscribed to our channel on YouTube. And I'll read it to you, okay?
What does that mean?
It means he subscribed. You know, like all of our subscribers that watch our videos,
Yeah.
So now
he subscribed to our channel.
So he can watch ours.
So he can watch you. Okay, I'm gonna read what Rob said to you, okay? If I can find the right one. Super cool, Houston. You are awesome. I think it's outstanding what you're doing with your family and this channel. I can't wait, or I can't thank you enough for all the kind words. One of our mutual subscribers, named Cool5409, thank you very much for this, by the way, left me a comment about you and the kind things you were saying. I really appreciate it. Today was a super long day. It was super nice to hear, and I subbed your channel and hope to keep in touch. What do you think about that?
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
So I replied to him and said that, you know, I told him that he has no idea how excited you're going to be to hear from him. And he responded back and said, kids are so amazing. Please give him my biggest apology for not responding on Instagram, because Houston's been sending Rob little video chats, private messages on Instagram for a couple weeks now, because he's been wanting me to text Rob. Well, I can't really text him, but we could reach out to him on Instagram. So he said, I'm sorry I didn't respond on Instagram. Been so behind on messages and that it's all overwhelming. I hope to meet y'all and do a catch, clean, and cook together sometime. Good night. What do you think about that, Houston?
Cool.
I mean, isn't that just plumb exciting?
Yes.
How cool is that? I mean, YouTube is just a crazy world. You know, I grew up, and most of you probably grew up watching TV and I grew up watching things like Jimmy Houston on TV, on his fishing shows. You know, you couldn't reach out to those guys. I guess if you were clever enough, you may be able to find an address and send them a postcard or a letter in the mail. But you didn't have those opportunities that we have nowadays, where somebody like Houston here that's 5 years old really looks up to somebody on YouTube, and we can reach out to him, and sure enough, he commented back. I mean, we've got Deer Meat for Dinner subscribed to our channel. They've got almost 1 million subscribers. That's a big channel, Houston. You know that?
Hank Parker.
Hank Parker. I did grow up watching
Yes.
Hank Parker. We actually watched Hank Parker speak live at a church event
Yeah.
4 or 5 years ago. So yeah, I grew up watching guys like Jimmy Houston and Hank Parker and Bill Dance, and you know, those guys on TV. You couldn't really reach out to them. You didn't get to see them or talk to them like they were real people. They were just kind of TV figures. And with YouTube nowadays, it's just crazy. You can actually reach out to these people.
Hang on. We gotta see.
What are y'all looking for?
Someone said go Houston.
Lots of comments. I haven't even been trying to read all the comments.
She watches our videos.
Yeah. Hello from Montana. Someone said deer meat for dinner is the bomb.
It's hot out here.
It is not that hot.
It is hot. I'm sweating. It rained earlier, so the humidity is like through the roof right now.
Awesome. People are commenting saying you have an awesome channel.
Ow, why'd you hit me?
Oh my lord. Don't be a wiener.
All right,
I'm not
Houston.
a wiener.
Here.
So, anyways, I just wanted to kind of surprise Houston with that. I thought about videoing it, and I thought, well, why not just do a live video so everybody can see his reaction live, because it's
Look at my watch that I got.
Oh my goodness.
look at that giant watch.
Yeah,
It's like a
so-
wall clock.
So the other day he decided he needed a watch, and for about 2 days we had to go searching for a watch and couldn't find one anywhere. So we ordered him one on Amazon, and it just came in the mail. He's been waiting on it since Sunday. And it's huge, but I don't think he cares.
He loves it, huh? Don't you? Houston, what else you got to talk about, buddy? You got 108 people watching right now.
Oh.
Is there anything anywhere up by Port Huron, Lake Huron, that we need to do or go see or eat? I'd love to eat somewhere that's really good, different. I don't know.
Hey, someone asked, let me go back. Troy says, what did you catch that fish with? I think he's probably talking about the fish that you caught last night, Houston.
Yeah.
I tried a video. We were trying to do a live video while we were fishing at the pond last night because Houston caught this huge bass. It was probably 3.5, 4 pounds. So we were trying to do a live stream then, but we just don't have enough service over at the pond. So it didn't work out. But Houston,
Huh.
what they want to know what you caught that big bass on yesterday.
A little minnow.
What kind of fish was it?
A bluegill.
You caught it on a bluegill.
Yeah.
Now let's try to look at the camera over here, buddy. Focus. Pure Living for Life says, Bill Dance bloopers are hilarious. Bill Dance bloopers are the funniest thing, probably some of the funniest videos on YouTube. What are you doing, son?
He's watching himself.
He's watching himself, yeah. So anyways, guys, if anybody has any suggestions on places to go in Port Huron, we've never been there. That is way, way, way out of our territory. So leave us some comments and tell us where we should go eat in Port Huron if you know anything about it. Charlotte says, how's your watermelon doing, Houston?
Good.
Good. I don't know if you can see behind us right there is Houston's watermelon patch.
We will take y'all down here so we can show you.
We're not going to go down there right now because our video will start getting behind and scratchy and they won't be able to see it very well. Single Man says, with all due respect, Daniel, I'm going to watch any upload that includes Mrs. Arms. Thank you for saying that, because I try so hard to get her more involved in the channel, because I know a lot more people would rather look at her face than mine.
I don't know.
It's just part of it. So anyways, that's why we got Houston as the star of the show, because he's a lot better looking than I am.
And guys, look.
Oh,
Lights up in the dark.
Easy, easy.
Look.
Yep. I'm trying to read comments as they scroll by, guys. Gerald Farms, just found your channel. Nice family videos. Thank you, Gerald. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you subscribed to our channel. What's napping? What do you mean, what's napping?
I don't know.
You're weird.
I'm bigger than his apartment.
Yeah, it's a huge watch.
Oh, dude.
Houston, for whatever reason, loves it. Yeah, he's definitely a ball of energy. Oh, what's happening? What's happening? Okay. Pure Living for Life. I agree, DJ should be in a lot more videos. I can't talk my wife into being in much either. You know, it's just hard. It's not natural for everybody to sit there and talk to a camera. I get it. I guess after about 400 videos, you get used to it. It doesn't bother me anymore. I can pull the camera out and pretty much talk to the camera anywhere, anytime. It doesn't bother me, but it sure makes a lot of other people uncomfortable. And the crazy thing is she really likes the live stream videos. Like, she got mad at me the last time we did a live stream because I didn't tell her we were doing it. And
yeah, it was very crappy.
Yeah.
It was.
Don't say that on video.
It's fine.
That's right, Houston. It's a family-friendly channel, huh?
Yeah.
I said that's crappie. I was talking about fish.
So.
Oh, look at the deer. There's the deer.
We got deer in the backyard?
Yeah.
We sure do. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that on camera or not.
They're probably too far.
Yeah, they're down in the trees. Anyways, so, Bella, I really wish you would leave.
So.
Your panting up here is driving me crazy.
So, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you in the next video.
I don't think we're done.
Yeah, we're not done. If you're done, that's fine.
Mom and I are just rambling.
Did you just plant?
Amy said, did you just plant red meat watermelons, yellow meat watermelons, or a combination? We've planted, I think, 6 different varieties of watermelon, and I know for sure 2 of them and maybe 3 of them are yellow meated varieties. Bella, go away. Everybody can hear you panting. So we did plant a combination, and I'm trying to plant them in a succession a little bit. Usually we just plant all of our watermelons all at once, and we have about a month of more watermelon than you could ever eat. But Houston and I have kind of been spacing it out to try to make a longer harvest this year. So anyways, so far I think we planted 6 varieties of watermelon, and probably 4 of the 6 were seeds that were sent to Houston by subscribers in the mail. So,
what are you doing?
Pure Living for Life says, I got to go, bud, but we need to get a plan together to get hooked up on some fish. I'm trying. We're hoping to be up there sometime in July, maybe for a weekend or something. We'll see. We kind of got some other plans towards the end of July with some friends. But I told Weston asked the other day if we had anything else going on this summer, and I told him about, you know, your cabin up there on the lake, and he kind of got excited about it, which is kind of odd because Weston doesn't like to fish, but he does like to swim. And
dude,
hey, what was that for?
Come here.
He does like to swim and hang out at the lake, so he kind of got excited about it. So if we can get Weston excited about it, that's even better. So I'm gonna scroll back up and try to read a few comments. Creek Bottom Farms, have the snakes been bad there? Been terrible in West Oklahoma? So, yeah, we've had 2 dogs be snake bit this year. Emily's puppy got snake bit and Bear got snake bit. Probably copperheads. Usually we kill several copperheads. I wouldn't say they're any worse than normal, but we've been spending a lot of time at the creek, as you guys have seen, down there fishing and playing and swimming and stuff.
And guys, guess what? When I was at Dad's barn playing with the little goats, I was on the fence and I was staring at the goats and I heard this sound, and then I turned my head this way, and then it was a big long snake. I didn't see its tail. I thought it was a copperhead, but I didn't see its tail.
Yeah, Houston came running to the house the other day because he found a snake in the barn, big chicken snake. But anyways, we've seen a lot of water snakes at the creek this year. Not necessarily cottonmouth. Cottonmouth is is a super aggressive snake, and I rarely ever come across them in the creek, but just some common water snakes. They really don't bother us. They just kind of go their way and we go ours, but hadn't had too many problems with them. Houston, quit dragging your feet. You're making noise. William Davis says, just found your channel and I love it. Found it through Angler Up, and I also watch deer meat. I watched a lot of videos today, especially love Bigfoot video. Yeah, keep up the good work. So I'm not sure how you found me through Angler Up's channel, because I've never been on Angler Up's channel. We were trying to make plans last time we were in Pensacola to be on Brant's channel. He was supposed to go fishing with us one day, but plans just didn't work out. The weather was too rough. So I don't know how you found me through Angler Up, but I'm glad you did.
Heck yeah.
Travis says, you guys are a big inspiration. I'm working on starting a small farm like you guys have. Do you have any tips on starting a farm? Well, I've said this in a ton of videos over the years. Start small. Start way smaller than what you think you can handle. And I'm not just talking about the land size. Buy whatever piece of property size you can afford. But as far as getting into the farming with chickens or goats or cows or whatever you want to get into,
Daddy.
Start small. If you're thinking about getting, like chickens, starting out with chickens for eggs, don't buy 20. Buy like 5.
Guys.
And get good at that before you move into the next thing. So just like I said, start small and work your way into things. If you're going to do a garden, start off with 4 or 5 raised beds. And get good at figuring things out with those raised beds before you go out and try to till up a 1/4 of an acre, because you'll just get in over your head and you'll get burnt out really fast. So there's my biggest tip. What were you wanting to say, Houston?
A while ago, I was looking at the deer and it just kept staring at me.
It was staring at you? Well, maybe they'll come close enough in a minute that we can show them on camera. So this is a super popular question on our channel. Houston, come here. Come behind me. I want you to see this. David B says, will you ever cut Houston's hair?
Maybe. Hang tight.
Mom says maybe. And Houston has been asking for a high and tight for a while. And
I want it bad.
wow.
Cause it's cooler.
He kind of goes through ups and downs. He'll go through a time where he wants it cut. I want it cut, I want it cut. And then he'll say, I love my hair. I don't want to cut my hair. So,
No, I won't.
you have.
You've said that a
We've
lot.
cut it somewhat short before. Never really
It was
cut it
pretty
like,
short.
like a real guy's
It was
haircut.
pretty short.
Man,
he only
that's why I wear a hat. Look at that. Woo. When you look at it on camera.
Yeah. I
Anyways.
was looking at these hairs over here. on your
So,
head.
yes, we will definitely cut Houston's hair. And that comes up on the channel all the time. And it really comes up almost in like hateful, aggressive ways sometimes. So, I mean, we'll get hateful comments about our 5-year-old's hair. I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand why it offends people that he has long, blonde, curly hair. I mean, it's cute. He likes it most of the time.
Most of the time.
Mom likes it. Her mom likes it. Her grandma likes it. So, it's kind of like I'm outnumbered. I would have cut it a long time ago, but it's not that big a deal. There's a lot bigger things in life to worry about than how long Houston's hair is. Yes, we'll cut it eventually, but those blonde curls are just, everybody loves it. Everywhere we go, everybody just has to ooh and ah over his little blonde curls.
And what's funny is he was born with straight black hair, weren't you?
Yeah.
It was straight black.
Straight black hair.
And
As a
then
matter of fact, I may have a picture right here.
And it fell out and came back super curly. He had like a curly mohawk on top. And then it just filled in everywhere.
And guys, when I was a little kid, 3 or 4.
Look at there. Black hair. There's the black hair Houston had when he was born.
Look at that.
And it fell out and came back blonde and curly. So, anyways, yeah, we'll cut it eventually. What were you saying, Houston? Was there something you were wanting to say?
You don't know it now.
He forgot.
It's the girl rat tail. Mom will pay you to let her cut it eventually.
Daddy, they're going. One's going towards the fence.
Thank you for the comments on his hair. It is beautiful.
Daddy, one's going towards the fence.
They're still a long ways from the fence.
I know, but they're getting closer to it.
They're getting closer. Maybe they'll get close enough we can see them on camera in a minute. Okay, buddy?
Yeah, see, our oldest is wanting to grow his out now. Again, he wanted to before, and I let him for a little while, but it was terrible on him.
It didn't look good at all.
No. Stupid bugs.
Heaven's Gates Cherry Farm says, tell Houston we want more catch and eat videos.
We'll do that again.
Houston absolutely loved the catch and cook video. I mean, it was.
Someone said that was a picture of Jacoby.
That wasn't a picture of Jacoby.
It was not.
No. Houston had a great time with the catch and cook video. I mean, it was so awesome for me to get to experience it with him for the first time. It was more than just going out and catching fish and bringing them home and eating them. Actually, building a fire down there on the creek, setting up the walk and cooking and everything. Houston it was a new experience for him, and you could tell he was just really enjoying it. You can see it in that video. If you haven't seen the catch and cook video we posted this week, I guess it was this week. I don't even know when I posted it. A couple videos ago. It was a lot of fun, and I would really love to do more of that kind of stuff and get more of the family involved and cook some more stuff down on the creek. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Someone asked, I think it was Charlotte, asked if my hair was curly. Yes, it is very curly.
What do you mean? It doesn't look curly, does it? Look at that.
I have all these. Yeah.
Her hair is very curly.
It's naturally curly. My mom has really curly hair too. Would you quit? Goodness.
I don't know.
Okay.
Try to show them the deer.
People have been joining late and ask what happened with Houston.
So you'll have to go back and watch the video from the beginning. But the short of it is, Houston's favorite channel on YouTube is Deer Meat for Dinner. Robert Arrington has about 850,000 subscribers. Houston watches it every day. They're a super awesome Christian family that aren't afraid to share the gospel on their channel, but they live on the coast of Florida, do a lot of hunting and fishing, kind of like we do, except they're in a lot more awesome place on the coast.
Yes.
And they do a lot of catch and cook videos, but Houston loves their channel.
And guys,
hang on,
just a minute.
Hang on, you're interrupting. And they actually reached out to us, commented on our video, and talked to Houston. So Houston got to hear from Robert Arrington, who Houston asks all the time, does Deer Meat for Dinner watch our videos? And now I can say yes, he actually has some watched it. No.
Go back right there.
Daddy, I can't believe we're going to meet him sometime.
Well, maybe so.
Maybe one of these days.
Dwight said, will there ever be a kid number 4?
Nope.
No.
No.
No?
Nope.
Nope.
This is the last one.
Yep.
We sealed that deal.
Yep.
He was born in August, and in October we fixed that. No more babies.
Yeah. So we were actually just going to have 2 kids. Houston wasn't going to have a Houston. He was not going to be here, were you? We were going to have 2 kids, and that was it. And it took forever. It took us like, what, 2.5 years to get pregnant with Emily?
Yeah.
Hang on. It took about 2.5 years to get pregnant with Emily. And what was that comment? Okay. Hang on. And it was a long, kind of stressful process. And after that, we said, we're probably done. And then I think when Emily was how old was Emily? 5?
She was 4 when he was born.
So she was 4 when he was born. So when she was about 3, we said, well, we'll just get off birth control and see what happens. Not really expecting anything because we had so much struggle the first time with Emily. And a month later, she was pregnant. Yeah.
Yeah, it was about 4 months.
Oh, whatever.
Still.
It seemed like a month. It was very fast compared to the time with Emily.
And guys, Mom decided to get another son blonde-headed.
When we had you, is that what
Yeah.
it was?
She went and picked you out at the store. Right?
Well, I wanted Emily to have blue eyes and curly hair. That's what I was hoping. And
then
she came out with brown hair or straight hair and brown eyes. So I did not get that with my girl. So that's why I had you. So you would have curly hair and blue eyes.
That's why you wanted me.
That's right.
And then you were at the doctor and you named me on my birthday.
I did.
That's
yeah.
right.
That's when I was the first day I was one.
Do you know who you're named after?
Who?
Do you know
Do you remember?
where Houston came from?
Do you remember what I told you the other night?
Houston is Lyndall's middle name.
I told you the other
My
night.
best,
Oh, yeah.
one of my best friends, my whole life.
Look at
His
your
name's
owl.
Lyndall Runyon, and his middle name's Houston. And your middle name is what?
Philip.
Philip. Where'd we get that name?
Mama.
Mama.
No.
You think her name's Philip? No, that was my dad's name.
That was his dad's name. You remember?
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Papa Phil.
I don't know how many times I have to tell you this
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Anyways,
Remember
so
Papa Phil?
what
Sorry,
else?
Here, let's look.
I haven't even paid
Um,
attention to comments.
Photography channel.
Troy, for you.
Oh,
Troy said maybe a photography channel for you.
well, you know, this guy here has been trying to talk me into starting some kind of channel, and I just don't feel like, I mean, I've thought about it a lot, but I don't think that I could ever just be one thing on there, because I have too much to say.
Yeah, you could. You could be like a mom channel for advice and what moms go through and how to do things and how, I don't know, so many things, so many possibilities.
Yeah.
But she thinks, for whatever reason, and I think this is true of a lot of people starting out on YouTube, she thinks that nobody wants to hear what she has to say. And that's not true, because I married her a long time ago and wanted to know what she had to say way back then. We talked for hours. Anyway, so I hope someday she may step out there and pop out of that comfort zone, because it's so much fun doing this. I love it. It's just started out as a hobby, but it's become almost a passion being part of this YouTube community. It's so much fun. And it's actually kind of neat that it's helping support our family. It's paying for things. It's helping pay for things around the farm. It's helping pay for things for our family. And I never would have dreamed, most of my life growing up as a kid, I never would have dreamed that you could monetize your hobby and make a living, which we're not making a living from YouTube by any means,
And guys,
but it does help support our family. And I know people out there that are making a living doing this stuff. So it's really cool. It's really fun. Anyways.
Okay, hold on. If you don't quit, I'm gonna beat you.
Hang on. Somebody said, hang on. Heaven's Gates Cherry Farm said, tell Houston, send me his address and I will send him a Heaven's Gates Cherry Farm hat.
Ooh.
So, guys, our P.O. Box address is in the description box of all of our videos. I don't know if it's on the live videos, but any of the ones that we just post normally, there's a P.O. Box address on there. If you want to send Houston something, it's perfectly fine. We get gifts in the mail from time to time, but yeah, our P.O. Box is on there. It's P.O. Box 167, Sulphur, S-U-L-P-H-U-R, Oklahoma, 73086. Somebody says write a book.
Yeah, they're not the only person. There's been several.
Really? Uh-oh. I hit a button and messed up our chat here. Mary Cleveland says, I came across one channel today that was a woman's name plus pop. Pop for whatever pops in her head.
That's what I would need. I would
How
need
about
a pop
DJ Pop?
channel. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Thanks, Lake Bum. He said it's on our address is on our live video too. Okay, so I appreciate that. My brother lives in Geronimo, Oklahoma. Have you heard of it? I've heard of Geronimo, but I have no clue where it's at. I want to say western Oklahoma, but I'm not sure. Never been there. David B says, catch and cook catfish. Yeah, I've thought about that. We don't do a whole lot of catfishing, but we just live a couple miles from the lake, and we could go down there and catch some catfish, I'm sure. All right. Oh, Geronimo's over by Lawton. Okay, yeah. That's about 2 hours away from us, something like that.
I was thinking we'd driven through
Haley
there.
10, what's your favorite livestock animal? Well, I really like the goats. I just kind of attached. We've been partial to goats for a long time. They're just so much fun. They have awesome personalities.
I want to try a mini donkey.
DJ wants some miniature donkeys.
Yep.
And I think she actually wants some miniature cattle too. She just won't come out and say it.
Well, I don't want to pay for those.
Yeah, I know it. She doesn't
They're
want to pay
very
for
expensive.
miniature cattle, but she'd like to get into miniature
Yeah.
cattle as kind of a
Yeah, so
novelty.
if y'all are looking to give any away, I might take one.
Even somebody said even the billies. Yeah, I've never really had a problem with my billies, other than the Kiko buck I've got right now, our billy. When the does start coming in season, he's pretty rough on the fences. He'll just stand there and just smack
He might
the
need a
fence.
therapist.
Yeah,
Really. Or a
but
sedative or something.
other than that, I've really not had too much problem with them. They're as long as you treat them. I don't know. I guess I don't know. I've never had a problem with bucks. I know a lot of people have had issues with them,
Hey, come here.
and they can be aggressive, but I've never had an issue with any of ours. So, anyways,
Someone's asking what your favorite deer meat for dinner video is. Do you
do you have a favorite?
do you have a favorite?
The redfish one.
The redfish one?
Yeah.
He's caught a lot of redfish. Which one? What did they do? Do you remember?
No, the video that they caught all the red fish.
All the snappers?
The
Yeah.
snappers?
Yeah,
That's my favorite.
that's your favorite. He likes
Hey.
catching snappers.
But that one, this kept messing up.
Yeah, our internet
Our
was all
internet, yeah.
messes up sometimes. Yeah. Well, we've been on here for 30 minutes. Let's see. Stephen and Joanna Crenshaw said I can hook you up with a mini donkey in Georgia. Well, that's a long ways to go to get a miniature donkey.
It sure is.
We'll have to drive all the way to miniature donkey.
DE says, love your channel. How and what made you get into homestead/farming? Well,
Taxes.
Texas. I grew up here. We live in the house I grew up in. We live on the property I grew up on. We always had cattle and things as a kid.
St. Lucia. They said hi from St. Lucia. Sorry, I'm interrupting. I want to go there
So
one of these days.
it's just part of my life. That's just how I grew up. I've never really lived in a city. Lived in town, a small town here and there a few times for a few months, a year. That's about it. Just kind of been a country boy my whole life. So
We live in a small town.
somebody is in St. Lucia.
That's what I was talking about. That's what I
I
said.
know. I'm saying. I'm trying to think. Where's St. Lucia? Is that like down around the Bahamas somewhere? I don't know exactly
even
where
remember.
it is.
I think so. I've seen it on the map and I've looked at all their vacation spots, but I don't really know where it is.
If you can't tell, she likes the beach. Hey Lisa, do you have any natural deworming remedies for your goats? Yeah, get Kiko goats and parasite resistant.
Yes.
Other than that, no. A lot of people will try to use diatomaceous earth, DE. Some people have success with it, some don't. I've never really tried it a whole lot. So,
There was
anyways,
another one. Hang on.
August says, are you still trapping wild hogs? I actually talked to my neighbor today. We've had the big Jaeger Pro trap. It's not mine, it's my neighbor's. Out in the same spot for about the past month. And we've had 0 sightings of pigs. They actually caught a couple on his property next to their cattle creek feeders the last couple nights. It's kind of been cooler in the evenings lately, so the pigs, I guess they're moving a little bit, but for the past month it's been so hot they just haven't been coming into the trap, the big trap. So he moved it off of our property and put it somewhere else. But we haven't caught any here in quite a while. All right. Do you ever feel by doing YouTube you're putting your family at risk, especially since you're a public servant? Well, oh my gosh, there's a $20 super chat from
Wow.
Kemp B.
Thank
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'll get back.
Oh, yeah,
it just
yeah.
popped up here. I want to read
Yeah.
his comment real quick since he left a $20 super chat. That's amazing. You and your kids need to come up to Montana to elk hunt. You folks have the best channel on YouTube.
Aw,
Thanks,
thank
Kemp.
you.
I would absolutely love to come to
Yes.
Montana and elk hunt someday. I just don't have any connections up there. I've never really looked into Montana.
Guess
Hang on,
what?
baby.
Just a minute, babe.
Hang on. I've never really looked into it, but if you know somebody that can hook us up, I
Yes.
promise you I will come do it, because with being on the staff of Final Descent Outdoors, being a nationally airing TV show, we're always looking for outfitters and guide services to kind of spotlight on the show. So kind of a trade-off thing. In order to come hunt, we can make an episode, film an episode, make an elk hunt. It's really good advertisement for a business, national TV. Anyways, back to the other comment. Do I feel like I'm putting my family at risk? I really don't. No, I don't live a secretive life. A lot of guys I work with live a very secretive life. A lot of people in law enforcement don't even have Facebook pages and things because, and I get it. I completely understand. I feel like I'm more likely to run across somebody when I'm working that's going to get mad and cause problems, and they're not going to find me through YouTube or Facebook. Are you seeing the deer? They're not going to find me through Facebook or YouTube.
Guys, guess what?
The world we live in today, it's so hard to keep things private nowadays. If somebody wants to find me, they're going to find me, and it's probably not going to be based off of YouTube. I've just never been the kind of person to be scared that we're gonna have somebody stalking us or something like that. I'm not gonna say it doesn't happen, but I think a lot of times we get this mental idea in our head that if we put stuff out to the world, all these predators are gonna come after us. Well, I mean, it's possible. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it couldn't happen. I'm gonna do everything in the world I can to protect my family, but I also want to show the world another side of first off, me in law enforcement. Second, me as a father in our family. I think it's more important for me. I feel like the Lord is calling me to share these things, to open up and share these things with the world, and to be kind of lead by example. I think that's so much more important than being concerned that someone's gonna stalk us online or try to come find us. It could happen, but I feel like it's probably 10 times more likely, 100 times more likely, I'm gonna make somebody mad while I'm at work, and they're gonna know where I live, because that has happened before. When I first got this job and lived in town, 2 different times someone showed up at our house. It wasn't confrontational, but it was someone I dealt with through work that I'd written a ticket to. And it could have been a confrontation. It could have been a bad situation if I wasn't home. You just never know with people. But like I said, I don't feel like putting what I put out on YouTube puts me at any more risk than what I do for a living. So it's just kind of how I feel. And like I said, I feel like the Lord is calling me to do this in so many ways, because we get so many good comments, such good feedback from people that we've inspired to start a farm, start a homestead.
Daddy.
What?
The deer are really closer to the fence now. Back there.
They are?
Yeah.
They sure are. Okay, I'll walk down there, okay? Anyways, so let's walk down there real quick and see if we can get some video of the deer, because we got the Premier One electric fence. And the deer come really close to the house. Oh, obviously, as you can see, we live way out in the country. So maybe the video won't break up too bad. Houston, as soon as we get down here, you know they're gonna run off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let me spin you guys around. There's Houston's watermelon patch. They're back there in the shadows. Oh, I see them, Houston.
Yeah, they're right there.
So obviously the fence is working. Here's live proof. The fence is holding up and doing its job, because there's 4 deer in our yard right there. So as you can see, they're super scared of us right now. So let me scroll back. I probably missed a bunch of comments.
Yeah, ask me a question a while ago.
Daddy, can we go in the garden?
I think it was Bumblebee.
Can we go in the garden?
Yeah, you didn't go far enough. Keep going.
Dad, can we go in the garden?
Woo!
Oh.
How's DJ's photography going? That was Bumblebee's question.
Oh. It's good. Right now I'm kind of slow, but I like that because I have a little break.
Uh-oh, there goes the deer.
Oh, yep.
The dogs are chasing the deer off.
They usually play chase.
Yeah. Bella, let's walk back up closer to the house. We have service. Bella and Bear get out here and mess with the deer. And at first I thought they were actually chasing the deer, but there's 2 or 3 that have been around here for so long, they actually kind of play tag. You can get out here early in the mornings or late in the evenings, and you'll see the deer. The dogs will chase the deer, and then in a few minutes you'll see the deer chasing the dog, and then they'll just run in circles, and it's the craziest thing.
Anyway, so my photography, it's going good. Like I said, I kind of slow right now, but that's good because the kids are home. And but up until June, I had done a lot of sports pictures, and anyway, and I did some pictures at the beach, and so it's been good. Okay, what are some other ones?
Okay, so we've been on here 40 minutes. Gosh, been on here a long time.
And I'm not packed.
So, we're almost done, buddy. I'm just scrolling through trying to read some comments. Arms Family Homestead, I just went live for the first time and now I see why you weren't there. I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't really make this public or announce that we were going to do it. I just decided to do it because we hadn't posted a video in a couple days. So sorry about that. All right. So many comments, guys. I'm not going to sit here and try to bore you as I scroll through all of them.
Duchess.
Dutch said that's your pet deer. Yeah. Well, what Dutch doesn't know, nah. Dutch just kind of hum-hawing around like he wants to come down and hunt.
Yeah, look, they're playing now.
Oh yeah, the dogs are playing with the deer. Dutch has been hum-hawing around like he wants to come down and hunt, but I invited him down here last year. He may not remember that. I actually told him I could find a place for his whole family to come down. It was when he was getting into mountain biking. I don't think that trend lasted very long, but he never came. Well, Bella, are you gonna chase the deer? Where did they go? I don't know if deer. Daddy's life said Dutch can't shoot. Well, that's probably true. He was a Marine, you know, or is a Marine. Sorry. Anyways, guys, I think that's about all.
So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you in the next video.
Houston is wanting to go do something else.
Yes.
It's a long time to keep a 5-year-old entertained, but we've managed to do it for 42 minutes.
I don't know that we did.
With 232.
And guys, guess what? I'm fixing to turn 6.
It's gonna be just a little bit.
6. You know there are 232 people watching you, Houston?
And tell them how excited you are about being on the airplane in the morning.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Are you excited about that?
Yeah, can we make a video?
We will definitely make a video about your first time on an airplane. Guys, we're going to get off of here. It's awesome hanging out with you. Thanks for tuning in. 227 people. I never would have dreamed we would be where we are in YouTube with the number of subscribers we have. Bella, what are you doing, silly? It's just awesome. It's so amazing. It's so much fun. I really, really enjoy it. And it's been a great experience. And I thank you. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. Thanks for all the positive support, awesome comments, awesome feedback. We get a lot of negative comments, but I really, trust me, I really don't worry about them. I kind of laugh about it and just delete them and go on most of the time because some people just don't have anything better to do. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. What are you going to say, Houston?
So, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you next video.
Hey, what does Deer Meat for Dinner say at the end of his videos?
Take care. God bless.
See ya. And he goes like this. Right?
Yeah.